Hello guys, and welcome back. I've been asked a few times to review the tank bag I have. Actually, I was asked about what kind of a bag is this. So for you who's familiar with SW-Motech, well, this is probably one of their most popular options, I guess. Should be. So as you can see, it's a Motech Pro Micro tank bag. It's quite small, but I would say it's a perfect size for travel, as long as you don't have a tendency to keep all of your stuff in it. So basically this is what I ride in here, what I ride with in here. So I just took a phone, which is for a demo. Actually, I don't put my phone in there because I have a quad lock, so it's not exactly needed for me. Either way, so I'm riding with this much stuff even when I'm traveling. Maybe I just add some documents in there, but more or less that is it. The capacity of it is 3 liters if we are using it as it is right now, and it's 5 liters if we have an extension in here, which you can see. There's a zipper, and then it just extends a bit. But I wanted to make this review more about the actual add-ons, or basically the actual fit on Moto Guzzi V85TT. So, by the way, this rain bag is also in there. I have never used it. I don't know why. I really have ridden through some stormy weather, but this bag is always dry inside, so never need it. Anyway, so let's move on. So as you can see, if you're ordering it from SW-Motech or some other company, you're getting a tank ring, which is an excellent quality, but there is one tiny issue. So let's try to fit it, and then we can see what the issue is. By the way, I'm not being even endorsed or paid by SW-Motech, so don't expect me to have all the nice jetty talks about it. Either way, let's move on. So the fitting is a magnetic ring. You can put it on and take it off by pulling on this side. It's quite easy. This thing is adjustable, so you can have the bag in more upright position, or put it as down as low as you can, which is what I'm doing. There are a few issues. First of all, if you're having the tank bag as it is, it's almost in the lowest possible position. You're able to open your gas tank without any problem. So basically you can just keep it as it is, open the gas tank. You don't need to remove it. You can just take your wallet out of it. That's it. Convenient, nice. Sorry, everything is wet due to me riding in a storm again. But there's one small issue. If we go down below, so if you load this tank bag quite a lot, so you will see that it's rubbing into this seat. So mine is a high seat, but it's the same issue if it's a standard seat or low seat option. The issues it creates are these. It's like, come on, take it off. Okay, sorry, I'm right-handed, so using left hand is a bit hard for me. So problem is that it's not exactly a perfect fit, and it's not exactly well designed for Moto Guzzi V85. As you can see, I have added some pads in here. See, so those pads tend to keep it a bit in a higher position, because if you're not putting a bag on it, so this tank ring just sits in the air basically. But issue is that due to a rubbing, you have some noticeable scuff marks on the seat. If you continue to ride like this, eventually this thing will tear. I don't know, maybe in a year, maybe in a 2, maybe in 3 years, but it definitely leaves a mark in here, which is not nice and should have been engineered better, because the angle of it is not exactly right? Because you can see it's moving quite a lot. So what I will be doing next, I will install some thicker padding in here, and we'll try to raise it up. Probably like this, in order to have some more space and avoid rubbing hair. Issue is that you cannot adjust it too much. For example, some of you might comment that since this part is adjustable, so you can just move it downwards, upwards, or whatever. But in reality, it's not that adjustable. For example, let's see. Okay, tank is on, so let's try to turn the wheel. So I'm turning the wheel all the way to the right. And what do we have here? So we have a slight touch on the tank bag, which does not create a lot of problems itself, but if you move it a bit higher, so you will have problem that it's hitting quite badly. So you cannot move it any higher in this case, unfortunately. Also, if you put the bag a bit in a higher position, you will not be able to use your tank that easy. So all the time you will have to remove this one. So that's one issue. Another issue is that if you will try to move it lower, the issue will get only worse. As you can see, it will just touch more in this case. So it's not exactly a perfect fit, and I don't think that engineer who did this job, I mean, who created this ring, had a go on the actual bike. I'm guessing that this thing was designed from just using the papers. I mean, engineers saw how it looks like. They saw some drawings and said, okay, the angle is this, let's put this bad baby on. Either way, so keep in mind that you will have to do some slight modification in order to raise this a bit, in order to avoid this part. So keep this in mind. But outside of that, this tank bag is I would say nearly perfect, because not only it is keeping everything dry inside, but also, okay, this is not recommended by SW-Motech, so don't take it as a granted, but I was putting it into a washing machine quite a lot of times, probably 5 times already, and there are absolutely no issues. Current look is due to the fact that I haven't put it in a washing machine for a while, so you can see it's dirty again in there. But outside that, perfect stuff. So would I recommend it? Yes, but is it problem free? Nope. You will have to modify the ring, but outside of that, it's easy. It's by the way, it's very convenient that it is also just magnetic strip in here, since you can use the magnet in here, so it's very nice. So I think that is it. If you have any other questions about it, feel free to ask, but I think I've covered everything. It's just a simple tank bag, that's it. By the way, you can go for a bigger one than this, but problem is that those stick out even more, so you will have a bit reduced steering angle because the handlebars will be touching on the sides of it. Also, it will be rubbing a bit more because this micro bag is probably the best possible form the SW-Motech have in their assortment. So that is it. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.